What we have here is the new 2019 Ford Ranger, and I'm here with the guys at 5 Star Tuning for a very special reason. It's because they have a performance tune for this 2.3 liter EcoBoost engine, and this little truck is making a lot of power, so you're gonna have to watch this. Whoa! This thing hooked up! This episode is brought to you by our friends at 5 Star Tuning. Check them out using the link below and you can pre-order the Ranger tune right now. As you guys know, under the hood is a 2.3 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, and from the factory at the crank, Ford rates it at 270 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. Of course, it's made it to a 10-speed automatic transmission. Now, let's talk about performance. 5 Star Tuning did the baseline on this truck in stock form with 93 octane. Then they put their performance tune on this truck, and this is why we're here, to find out the difference on the track. The guys at 5 Star Tuning tell me that, yes, they spend a lot of time on the dyno, actually tuning the truck and seeing the power levels, but they also do a lot of road testing, driving it on the highway around town to actually see the drivability of the truck. So it's a combination of the two, and here we're just getting the numbers to show you guys. Okay, I'm gonna set a baseline in the Ranger in stock tune from the factory, but with 93 octane. Let's see what the 0 to 60 time is, and let's see what an 1/8 of a mile time is as well. Check it out. Here's the procedure I'm using. 4-wheel drive high, traction control disabled, advanced track stability control disabled, regular drive mode in the Ranger. The guys at 5 Star are telling me that the 93 octane gives a little boost, a little performance increase over the 87 octane, but not super measurable. I'm lining up, the Christmas tree is on. Okay. Here's a mile. .44. It's a little slow. I was expecting 7 flat. I got a 9.91 second run in 1/8 of a mile at 71.9 miles an hour. Let's take a look at the dyno numbers on the new Ranger. We did both stock and tune runs today, and the solid lines here represent horsepower, the dashed lines are torque, and here you can see between about 3,000 RPM and about 5,000 RPM, this is where the biggest difference is, where the tuned horsepower goes higher by about 56 horsepower today at the peak. The average stock horsepower today at the wheels was about 256, This is on 93 octane. Average torque stock at the wheels was at about 281. That's the baseline. Now with the performance tune with 5-star, we're about 312 horsepower average and about 369 average here for tuned torque. So that's an increase of 56 horsepower peak and about 88 pound-feet of torque peak increase. Now if we look at the biggest horsepower and torque increases, not the peak horsepower and torque, but over here is about 66 horsepower increase at about 4,900 RPM. And the maximum torque increase is around 3,400 RPM here. It's close to 90 pound-feet of torque here, so that's a pretty beefy increase if you consider the RPM the engine is running at. Alright, enough looking at dyno charts. Let's go back to the track and see exactly how much performance this truck gains with a performance tune. By the way, mechanically this truck is completely factory. Factory exhaust system, factory suspension, factory tires, factory air filter. The only difference in this tune is the HP tuners and 5-star tuning software. The guys at 5-star tuning are actually one of the first shops out there to actually have a tune for this truck. Alright, so let me go into all the right modes. I'm using 4 high, traction control off, advanced track off. I don't want any electric nannies to take the power away. I just need to line up on the tree. Here I go. Whoa! This thing hooked up! That's 60. This is 1/8 of a mile. And here I am. I'm approaching 90 miles an hour. Whew. Wait a minute, what? 5.49. Guys, you gotta remember, this is at sea level. This is 5.49 with the tune. Wow, it really hooked up well. The 1/8 of a mile time with the tune was 8.8 seconds at 76.73 miles an hour versus 9.91 seconds at 71.95 miles an hour. So that's a considerable difference with this truck. Alright Chris, so how does this work? You know, the customer buys the N-Gage. Take me from the top.
The first thing you want to do when you open your N-Gage is you want to connect it to the OBD2 port or the diagnostic port on the vehicle.
Okay.
Once it's connected and the gauge power is on, you'll see 3 primary components. You'll see gauges, tuning, and diagnostics. First thing you want to do is select tuning. Under tuning, scroll to the bottom. And we'll want to read the vehicle. This will allow us to get a stock file of your vehicle. And based on that information, we'll be able to create your tunes based on your vehicle stock file, which tells us what operating system it's utilizing. We'll be able to dial it in with the fuel you're using, as well as your modifications. That process takes anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes, depending on your application. Once the file is read and it says 100% complete, you'll be able to disconnect the N-Gage from your vehicle, attach the file from a PC directly to an email, and you'll be able to send that to us. Okay. Just via email attachment. It's about a 7.5 meg file. The beautiful thing with the N-Gage is it's supported on PC and Macintosh products. Okay. So you're able to use it on a wider array of products you wouldn't be able to use other tuners for. Okay. Once the tune is loaded onto the custom tune folder, you'll connect the N-Gage back to your vehicle, go under tuning. Under tuning, you'll select load tune. And then under the tune, you'll be able to scroll through and load a variety of custom tunes. So select if you want to load the 93 performance tune. You'll just select the green check mark and you'll flash your vehicle. That process takes 6 minutes.
You can select multiple, like if you have the towing tune or some other tune, you can kind of go through them.
Yeah, you can toggle through them, select if you wanted a daily street tune or if you wanted a performance tune or any of the different tune offerings that we make for each vehicle. You can slide through, select the one you want, and load them. And it's a quick process anytime you want to change your tunes.
Okay, now I can also come back, right? So return to stock, similar process.
Yeah, similar process. You'll go under Tune Vehicle, you'll select Load Stock. It'll be a stock file that we'll send you for the Engage, and you'll flash that back to the vehicle.
With the performance tune in the truck, I gained 1.1 seconds in an eighth of a mile and almost 2 seconds 0 to 60 improvement. That just kind of blows my mind what you can do with just software. No hardware modifications whatsoever. So if you care about performance, if you like mid-sized trucks, maybe this solution is right for you. Go back to tfltruck.com for more news, views, and real-world truck reviews. So Chris, people always ask me when we talk about tuning vehicle or modifying it, what about warranty from the manufacturer, original manufacturer?
That's a great question. We get asked that question a lot ourselves. The beauty with that is if you look in the Ford Supplemental Warranty Guide, it even states in the Ford OEM manual that no warranty is compromised due to an aftermarket component, whether it's tires, wheels, tuners, or other accessories.
Okay.
The beauty of that is we know these vehicles are going to be modified. Where it really comes to shine is when you do your research and you do choose to modify your application, take your time, do your research, make sure they're quality components. There's already lift kits out for these, there's tonneau covers, there's a lot of suspension accessories already, and the vehicles are just barely hit the market. So if you do your research, there's a lot of great companies out there. Ourselves, this is one of a couple new 19 vehicles we have. We have 28 total in our fleet, 6 tow trailers. We put these things through their paces before we release our files.
And you've been around tuning Ford vehicles for what, almost 15 years?
Almost 15 years. We started in 2004 and we moved to our newest location a couple years ago, which gives us more breathing room, multiple dynos, and a huge facility that we can accommodate every vehicle.
So if the customer wants to take the truck for service to a dealership, for example, how does that work?
Connect your device to the OBD2 port, return it to stock. That'll unlock or unVIN-marry your product. At that point, take it in for service. Once it's updated, check your strategy code. If it changes, let us know.
Okay, and just put the tune back in?
And then we'll write a new tune if the strategy code's changed, and then you're able to reflash with a new tune file, and you're ready to ride down the road and enjoy it.
Okay.